So we're just going to be waiting. It looks like he's going to be playing Age 1, so that'll be interesting to watch. I didn't quite catch what each team's playing, but looks like we're going to start up now. Here we go. We have Freedom, Jake on the Freedom, Hellfires on the Age 1, Trubium on the Blitz Gundam, it looked like. Couldn't quite catch that. We've got the Colony stage, which is a pretty solid stage. Not a whole lot of buildings, but a little bit, and there's a bit of a curve, so. Looks like each team, so we got a Hot Scramble and a Blitz. Okay, the Hot Scramble goes ahead and just pops the BC in the face. Try and wipe. Age 1's going to have to be careful here, because if they keep on moving, it looks like they're trading much, much better than Jake and Hellfires. Hot Scramble's really putting on the pressure and commanding a lot of the field. It would be poor of them if in Fires the Age 1 does go down first, which is very close to doing now. It's possible. Okay, and the Age 1 does go down, and Freedom's at half, which means they're in a very scary overcost situation. Where if they now collapse onto the Freedom, who's now at 100 HP, it goes ahead in full burst to get out of that combo. Scores the down, tries and he's gonna see if he can move over to his partner. Most likely, he's gonna try and cut the Age Gundam from going and folding, but Jake goes down anyway, and now they are sitting at 200. The Age 1 has to be very careful, because either one of them die, and it is now game over. The Hot Scramble still pretty healthy, about half health, and same, so they do have a pretty solid bubble, and there's the first round, goes to 08th ND team. Let's go ahead and update the score. Very solid job. Post-match, they do have a much solid, because they are running a 500, they do have the boost advantage, in a way. They can kind of bully around. You saw earlier that the Hot Scramble was pushing the Age 1 around, and just, there's nothing that he could do about it. Ideally, you would have stuck closer to your partner in that situation. But we'll see how, if they switch up their game plan, try and take things a little better this time. And they're going to switch off. Now he's going to be on, sorry, forgive me, I don't know if this is Tail Rider or Slave Wraith. They're pretty much the same suit to me. But they're going to switch up their roster a little bit. They're going to stick with the same here, Raider and Hot Scramble. And then we have Freedom and Slave Wraith. So 400, 300 again from the Infires team, and same combo, 500, 400 from the 08th MD team. So, seems straight off the top, we're gonna see the Slave Wraith kind of try and hang him back, but here we go, the Hot Scramble's coming in, pushing in, trying to bully again. Raiders just trying to peel this Slave Wraith off, and it looks like they're trading fairly well. He gets caught by the God Scramble. Or, I'm sorry, God Striker. Pushes him off. So far, Freedom's at half, which is a good pattern for them. Slave Wraith's fairly healthy. He's going to get caught by the Scramble melee, take a little bit of damage, but he trades it back because the combo is dropped, which is really good for them. Now, ideally, they'd be able to leave the Hot Scramble alone, fold on the Raider Gundam, and get the overcost onto the Scramble. He gets caught by a nuke, gets thrown down. Okay, so they do get the Raider, and then the Hot Scramble does fall into overcost for 200. Very solid pattern for Team Infires here. It's unfortunate that the Slave Wraith went down first, so if they do fold onto this Freedom, he is going to get overcost. But they do have this option where now he has full burst, so if he can just catch the Hot Scramble, the round's over. He's going to get caught in the melee combo. The Hot Scramble's playing very defensively, trying to keep off. He's got one hit left on him, and that'll be the round. So let's see if they can score it. He does. He gets it with a beam rifle shot. It was a great job from Team Infire. So now the score is 1-1 for each team. So next one to win will take the set. Let's go ahead and update that really quickly. Excellent job from both. I'm surprised that the 300-400 combo worked out for them as well as it did. They did get very, very good trades on in early. And it looks like 08th MD team, they might stick with the same combination. We'll see here if they decide to change or not. As of right now, looks like it's... We'll see if they change or not. But the 300-400 combo, a lot of players tend to consider it one of the weaker combinations just because there are a lot of things that can go wrong with it. And they do switch it up. He's going to play the Fred's Pixie, which just came out a couple days ago. I'm I'm nervous, but I'd love to see how it works for them. I'm actually kind of excited to see the Fred Pixie, see if he can do some style here. Same pattern. Slave Wraith's gonna hang him back. Okay, he's gonna get funneled here. Freedom takes a little bit off of it. They are trying to keep. They are folding around the hot scramble, and looks like he's gonna get a good trade off here. Oh, Pixie's gonna go ahead and dive in onto the Freedom Gundam, and gets quite a good damage out of it. You've got Freedom and Slave Wraith at about half now. Of course, Hellfires drops down to overheat, nothing you can really do. Sometimes it's necessary is 300. Very hard to control your boost. 300 goes down. There's a good pattern for them, so if they can lock down the scramble now, he'll come back in overcost. You got him in burst, so he took less damage there because he was in lightning burst, which is very good for them. He goes ahead, raw super onto the Pixie Gundam. Let's see if they can lock down the hot scramble. They down the hot scramble. He's going to come in overcost. Of course, they haven't dropped a single cost yet. And Hellfires wins and they take the set. Great performance. I'm not sure that I really care for the Pixie. They did have a much better ranged lineup out of the Freedom and Slave Wraith. So they could kind of kite them around. The hot scramble I felt was a little bit too aggressive on the melee pressure, but that was a fairly solid round. And so Hellfires and Jake, they take the round. It's best of 3. So that means that 08th MD team is not out of the tournament. They'll drop down to the losers bracket, and we'll be seeing them again. Of course, we're only going to be casting the losers bracket finals, so we won't be seeing them unless